we have a very sloppy bag of tuna. We have a bag of eggs. We have a bag of crab imitation meat. And we are having, oh, it's right in front of me, a bag of fajita chicken and kielbasa. This is going to be our lunch. Alrighty, today we're going to storage. Storage units are one of those business models that are absolutely insanely smart and absolutely insanely useless for the consumer. That's why I have not just one, but I have two of them. Okay, I need to back in here somehow. Can you see my mirrors? Close this up. I hope I didn't go back too far. I don't want to, what you may call it, be inside of the doorway. Nope, I'm fine. Oh yeah, much easier time here. Now you say, why are you saving that piece of a mattress, that piece of foam? That's good for nothing. Putting that into an expensive storage unit? You're right. It's probably not worth it. Should have thrown it out right away. But if I wanted to, I could make a pillow or cushion or something from it to sit on. So that might be nice. This is what my unit looks like. Stuff in boxes and stuff in boxes and more boxes and boxes and boxes. Got some crates too. Such a waste. Nothing in there for today. It's not what we came for. The only thing we came for is to drop off. A mattress. So anyway. So. In the meantime, what are we gonna do? All right, it's already 2 in the afternoon. We are going to get lunch. I guess lunch is probably our only real project today. Now we're going to acquire food. Target. Make it sound fancy, right? Target. If you want to go to Target, this is a mini Target, so it's not very big. We want to see if they have the items that I'm looking for lunch. So we are at Target now. I deleted the sounds from the actual video because Target is playing music in the background and I didn't want that to demonetize my video. The very first item that we see that I've been grabbing there was Ziploc bags. It's a quart size, which is perfect for the project that we have here today. Items that we're looking at also is in the snack aisle. We can see every single item is carbohydrates, sugars, starches. There's essentially nothing else but those items. And then one of the main things that we really came for was the tuna aisle, the canned goods aisle, hoping for a good deal over there. Alrighty. So here we are once again in our favorite spot in the driver's seat of life. I went to Target. I wanted to get storage Ziploc bags, the quart size. Does it say that? Here, quart size, there's 50 in there. I do have the gallon size bags and I like them for most things, and in retrospect, I think that the gallon size does hardly cost you any extra compared to the quart, so there's really no point in buying the quart. You just use a bigger one. But because of what we're making today, I wanted a smaller bag, and That's why I bought these. Star-kissed tuna. And I bought mayonnaise. And what else did I buy? I think I had 4 items, right? Oh, the main reason why I even went to Target. Target has boiled eggs in a bag, $3.19 or something. Say it's $3, it's 50 cents an egg. Then we went to another store. I bought Stop and Shop this time. I bought salt. Technically didn't need it. I have salt in the bag somewhere, which is the key of this phrase, somewhere. So I got eggs, I got tuna. I bought artificial crab meat. This is nearly a pound. I wanted to get shrimp, but they were expensive and I didn't want to pay the price. I also got another one of those bags of pre-cooked chicken fajita, and I got a sausage, kibasi. So can opener. Beauty, right? Now we need 1, 2, 3, 4 Ziploc bags. Right, this is what the quart size looks like. And we need 4 of them. Okay, that was easy enough. We also need one of these sets of utensils. And we are preparing, and we need probably, alrighty, so I'm probably be using the knife. Okay, so we're gonna open our Ziploc. You probably need more of an angle for that, right? Can you see this now? Oops, can you see it now? Okay, so we have our Ziploc bag right here, and it's barely holding up. And first things first, we're gonna take our imitation crab meat, and carefully dump it all in there. Oops, there's some pieces hiding. Oh well. What a little taster dooley. What does it taste like? Tastes like imitation crab meat. Beauty. Set this to the side. Next item. Ziploc bag. We're gonna do the easy ones first. Right here we get our chicken. Just cut the bag open. Technically we could be using this bag, but we're not. Right? If I was really smart, I would be using this bag instead of making up a new bag. But I'm not really smart. That should have been apparent by now. Jesus. Took you this long to figure that out? Put this one on the side. Next one, we are going to take our eggs, another Ziploc bag. And then you can put the eggs in there. There's a little liquid in there too. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now comes the knife into play. Alrighty, so we are taking our eggs over here. Can you see this? I hope you can see this all right. So we're taking our knife, cutting the egg into half. Yes, it's a boiled egg, hard boiled, and then cut it into another 4 sections. And we do that with the next egg too. Cut it in half, and then cut it into 4 sections. And there's one more egg here in the back, hiding, rolled right down into the back corner. Okay. This is what 6 small eggs look like when they're cut up. And now we're putting that to the side. This is number 4. And This one is gonna be difficult. All right. 4 cans of tuna. And why this is difficult is because we have to open these up now. And we don't want to spill anything. Put the put a little cardboard underneath, and then the napkin, and then this. All right, so far so good. It works smoothly. It's a little silly because the can opener is bigger than the can. Oops, see, I'm dripping already. I dripped a little. And we don't want that. Now we take this. And dump it in there. Excellent. Alright, okay. Don't spill it. Where is he? There it is. Now, in an ideal world, we would be draining the liquid out. We are not in an ideal world. It's that simple, right? And you know, you normally over the sink, you would just drain the liquid in the sink, turn the water faucet on, let it just run out, clean the sink, done. But we're not doing that. Woohoo, haha. Now, if you can see this, I don't know if you can see this. It looks a little soupy, because that's what it is. A little soupy with the water. What do they call that on the package? Light chunk. Light chunk means you take the good pieces for the expensive tuna cans, and then all the scrap that falls off, you just shove into a smaller tuna can. Yeah, that is essentially what this is. Right? It's 4 ounces, it's 4 ounces, it's 4 ounces. Do the looks matter? Yes and no. All right, so that's that. This is our bag of tuna. Yeah, definitely should be draining the liquid out, but I'm not sure how to do that efficiently in my specific environment. All right, now we're having one more. We have the sausage. We're gonna take our fajita chicken back. As a matter of fact, let's try a piece. I know it's delicious. Wow, that's a big piece, huh? Tastes like fajita. No question there about it. All right. So we open our bag of sausage. And now we have some choices to make. Can we rip? Yeah, I think we ripped. Alrighty. So even here, there's some liquid in there. And when we take the sausage out, we want to leave the liquid behind. Really, mostly. But now we take the sausage, put it down, and we take the knife that we cut our eggs with and cut the sausage into small pieces. This is like a Polish kielbasa or something. It was on sale, I think, $4.99 for the whole thing. Better be $4.99 for the whole thing. And we put the sausage in the bag with fajita. I bought this one particularly, and the chicken too, because I felt that the eggs, the tuna, and the crab meat is not going to be enough. Not going to be enough in volume. Like I said, the eggs is just barely over half a pound. The crab meat is under a pound. And the tuna, I don't even know, are those 4-ounce cans? In that case, it would be a pound, but I don't know, lack of confidence, right? Call it lack of confidence. And we take all of these and stick it in our bag with the chicken. All right, so what we have? We have multiple things over here. We have a very sloppy bag of tuna. We have a bag of eggs. We have a bag of crab imitation meat. And we are having, oh, it's right in front of me, a bag of fajita chicken and kielbasa. This is going to be our lunch. And we're going to be pairing this with our most exquisite mayonnaise. In the carnivore diet, you're not really supposed to be eating mayonnaise. Now, mayonnaise is made with eggs and fat, oil usually. So since the oil is a plant product, technically you shouldn't be consuming mayonnaise. Animal fats are better than plant fats. However, this is to me like a light gray area. I could be using sour cream and Greek yogurt, but I'm lactose intolerant. So this is kind of like cheating. However, it does stay within the food groups of, well, the eggs is an animal product, and then I've got the oil. I still don't have any vegetable or carbohydrates here, right? So it kind of, I think it kind of works, right? That's my opinion. And first things first, I've got to do something that I'm not going to show you on camera because you don't actually want to see that. Well, maybe, actually, yeah, I can show it to you. All right, so we get our tuna here, right? With all that liquid. And we're taking a straw. Oh, that works a little bit. So we're drinking off some of the liquid. Tastes like tuna. Looks a little better. Let's see if we can get smarter about draining the liquid out. So I'm picking a corner over here, holding the tuna back, tilting it so liquid drains into the corner. It's like an appetizer. I knew getting that soda from McDonald's this morning came in handy at some point. It gave me a straw. I think that's good. That looks mostly dry, right? That was a good appetizer. Wow, I didn't expect that. See, with carnivore, you make yourself a nice plate of dinner, and then you eat. Eat slow, one bite at a time. Savor the flavors of the different meaty components that you have on your plate. But when you feel full, stop eating. Maybe you're watching something on TV or talking to people on the dinner table, whatever it is, right? Take a break. Wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Still hungry? Continue eating. But if you think you're actually done, don't worry about putting the rest of the food back in the fridge. You don't have to finish your plate. That is kind of like one of the premises of the carnivore diet. you don't actually have to finish your plate. Not that you have to finish your plate with any other diet, but in most diets you're so food deprived, you'd rather get more. When they tell you now you're only allowed to have 2 ounces of this in a week. All right, you're getting there. All right, so my mayonnaise bottle is nearly empty. Yeah, you can even see that right down to here. Our eggs definitely need some salt. Don't overdo it, right? The seafood, the crab also needs salt. Don't overdo it. The sausage doesn't need salt. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But the tuna, I think, should have some salt. That looked like a lot. And now what we're doing is we are closing the Ziploc bag. Number 1. Number 8. And then here we get the sausage and the chicken. This is number 4. Get the air out. Close it up. Smush it. Right? It would be much easier if you had a bowl and just use a spoon to, distribute everything, mix it up nicely. But we don't have a bowl and a spoon, so we're not using a bowl and a spoon. Oopsie, this one came open. Gotta be careful. Next we're doing the seafood. Now I don't know if this is a good way to distribute the salt that I put in there, but hey, this is what we got. So this is what we're dealing with, right? So here we have all of this. And we're gonna, oopsie, get this one to the bottom so we can smush it around a little more. And then, it looks like this might have too much mayonnaise. Oh, big fucking deal. What is this, the tuna? Alrighty. This one, arguably the worst mix. I guess the tuna is not that bad. The eggs, probably not that bad. And the seafood, well, not that bad. Anyway, time to have a cocktail. All right, let's dig in. Lunch is served. Lunch is served. Let's see. First thing that I noticed, too much salt. But I thought this was a heavy salted one anyway, right? But it came out a little strong. Next one, and this gave me the entire idea of doing this, my egg salad. Because I was like, eggs are cheap, make egg salad. That should do the trick. Initially also a little salty. Now, some of the saltiness most certainly is from pouring from the container. Don't season your food straight from a big salt container. Use your fingers, use pinches or a measuring spoon. But part of it is probably also from not mixing it properly. So I have more of the salt content towards the top and less of it towards the bottom. But maybe I'm just trying to make an excuse. Okay, so here we get our tuna salad. Same thing. Appears a little salty. But still edible, right? So it's not a loss. If it was a loss, I'd throw it out. And we get one more to try. Sausage and chicken fajita. We did not add any salt to this one, which explains why we don't taste it. When you make real salads, like a chicken salad or a tuna salad or so, chances are you're putting like celery in there, you're putting onion in there, you're putting, whole plethora of seasonings in there, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, whatever else you can imagine, right? Seafood, maybe you put the Old Bay seasoning in there, I got no idea. But generally making salads like these is more involved. It's simple, but it's more involved. More goes in there. For the purpose of eating on the road and sticking to a carnivore diet, I skipped that. I really just wanted to keep it simple. So I'm just taking the meat, the mayonnaise, and in my case, too much salt. So it should be less salt, maybe pepper in there. And that will give it all of the flavor that you kind of need. At least for one meal, right? Another meal you might make something more special or you use different ingredients. But now let's talk about something completely different on this particular one. I made the salad because I assumed this was going to be cheaper than a regular meal. So let's look at what we have. So we have the eggs. It's 6 small eggs, $3.20. We have the crab meat, roughly $6. That's already $8 together. We have the tuna, which is $4 and change, let's say $4.50. So what did I say? 8 and 4.50 is $12.50. That's when I said, okay, let me get that additional item, right? So I got the chicken fajita, which is $3.60. Let's say $3.50. So now we're talking 16, and I bought a $4 sausage, which would make it 20, but I only put half in, so it's 18. A mosquito. Oopsie. No, it's on my napkin. So we're talking $18. I also bought the mayonnaise. We used almost all of that. Mayonnaise was $4. Let's just say we used half of that worse. So it's $2. So it's another, so we're talking $20. Right? If I add the rest of the mayonnaise as a one-time use and the rest of the sausage, it's a $24 meal. $24. Now, it's all protein. It's a bad deal. That's also what it is. That is a bad deal. How did it get out of hand like this for $24? Now, in my case in particular, I also bought salt, I bought a can opener, I bought the Ziploc bags. So clearly I bought even more things, right? But how did I end up with $24 worth of food? That's unreasonable. I could, from my local Chinese place, I could get 3 lunch plates from that. I'd be eating 3 times. Now this is plenty of food. This is technically enough food to eat 3 times. So in a conversion of equally sized meals, I guess it's three $8 meals. Only I'm having them in one shot. Maybe it's not that bad anymore. But I think, I'm not sure if I put that into the video yesterday. I probably didn't. If I was just buying meats on my own and cooking those, I should have a food cost of $12, just around $12 somewhere. So this is twice as much. So will I do this again, right? Just as a question, will I do this again? And here's a simple problem with that. I am restricted to the food package sizing. Okay, in my case, I don't have refrigeration, so I don't have any place for. So without refrigeration, I have no place for leftovers. That is a major detriment here. But imagine just a normal car dweller, right? So let's say a homeless person living out of their car. They usually don't have a refrigerator. So they are forced to buy things in package sizes. The eggs, I bought 6 in a bag. That is my serving size, 6 eggs. Don't have a choice on that. The crab meat, well, this one was a pound package. I didn't have much choice on that. That is a package that they had. It was also the last package. I couldn't really choose which one I wanted. So that's my serving size. The tuna, I didn't have to use all 4 cans. I could have opened up just 1 or 2 if I wanted to, right? And hold off for the next one for another day. So there I had a little bit of flexibility. Then we had the chicken fajita that comes in 8 ounces. No choice on that. And then the sausage, which I believe is 15 ounces. We used half of that. No choice at all, right? So if I was getting all of these, the only item I could portion off differently is tuna. That doesn't give us a whole lot of options here. And if the tuna was, let's say it was $5 for those 4 cans, that means if I skip 2 cans, I save $2.50 out of $24. It's meaningless. So it's not really efficient. It's also not really convenient. I mean, you saw me assembling this, right? I'm better served with what I ate yesterday. A rotisserie chicken for $8. That's a 2-pound chicken. And get this package of beef tips with gravy on the side. That was $6. That's $14. So yesterday I spent 14. Today I spent 24. And you could say that arguably yesterday's meal was better. So making salads like this, not very efficient. But also when you look at the receipts, right? The mayonnaise was $4 for the bottle. Now you can buy a bigger jar or something, and maybe you get a better price per unit or so. But what nutritional value does the mayonnaise add to it? What nutritional value has mayo? None. None really. It's fat. There's a nutritional calorie value there. But no. I think a lot of money that we actually spend in our regular food is for condiments and seasoning components. The food itself is not that expensive. It's that brings the food together to make a specific meal and flavor profile. That is actually what brings the food cost up to a level where it becomes unsustainable for people. If I have a steak, all I need on it is salt. I don't even need pepper or garlic powder. Just a little bit of salt. And that steak is gonna be delicious. Or I can do salt, pepper, garlic powder, and then I put butter in the pan and maybe put a sprig of rosemary on top. Come on, man. You know, it's all those little things. Buy a bottle of ketchup, buy a bottle of mustard, get the mayo, get the salad dressing, this, get the that. There's so many things that we have in our fridge. Open up a standard fridge door. Just take a look at what's in the door. And every one of those items is like $5. It costs a lot of money. Mosquito? Why is there even mosquitoes in here? I hate mosquitoes. Why? Right? We're spending money to make things fancy because we are not satisfied. But you know what? It's not that we are not satisfied with our food. We're not satisfied with our life. And that is why we're trying to make food such a special thing, the highlight of the day. Right? But if you're happy with your life, you don't need fancy foods. But if I was inviting someone, all of a sudden I can't just serve that. Now I have to make it look nice. I've got to make it special. There's got to be an appetizer, maybe a soup or a salad, and then it's going to be dessert, and there's going to be special beverages, and the table setting. And now I'm not saying we should be living like cavemen. We can be sophisticated. But if sophistication costs us so much that our food becomes nearly unaffordable, then maybe it's time for us to rethink what we should be focusing on. And I think the carnivore diet is a wonderful example for this, because it is an example of simplicity. These foods are mostly plain. So try to find something that will make you happy in life, so that the food doesn't have to be the highlight of your day. I like to eat, and there's lots of awesome food options. But you know what? That one day a week when I have a cheat day, or every other week, or whenever I want to make it, that cheat day, I can go out that one day. I don't even need to make those foods myself. Right? In a world where we are mostly all living alone, we no longer have that large dinner table at home. A lot of the foods that we used to eat in the old days, we don't make anymore because it's highly inefficient to make them for a single person. And it just makes life difficult, right? So we're focusing on other ways of creating foods that make us happy, but we also know they have a higher price tag. In the meantime, I actually am hungry. I have to eat. All right, folks, this was today's episode. This was episode number 5, day number 5, Carnivore Diet. Trying to make it work with salads from the things that you can buy in the store, sticking to meat only. It is a success, but it's also a failure. That's a big mosquito. Anyway, I gotta go. I think I've got to murder some mosquitoes. How much meat is on a mosquito? Maybe I can just catch it with my tuna salad and then eat it. Wow. All right, peace out, people. I gotta finish dinner, and then I gotta clean up. You all have a good time, have fun.